What is going on, guys? Stackshot 2000 here, and this is going to be a very exciting video. I'm not going to listen until tomorrow, Monday, September 4th, the day after I'm recording this, because, well, yeah, I'm probably going to upload something else tonight, which you guys will see momentarily. Updated top 10 roller coasters I've been on. I've been to quite a few new parks since I last did this, and I'm also going to make a separate video with honorable mentions, like those that could have made the list, but weren't quite good enough. So, let's just get right into this. I might even, just because some of you guys might like to see that, I might do a top 5 most forgettable roller coaster memories. I think quite a few forgettable ones. I might do an underrated countdown, an overrated countdown fairly recently. So, yeah. Number 10, Storm Runner. Now, in case you're wondering, Kingdom Ka did not make this list. It was a little bit short, too, and the restraints kind of suck. And so, yeah, I thought this was better because it had the best restraints. I don't know about best restraints, but had the more comfy restraints of the two. I mean, lap bars would have been better. But, and also launches, I really, besides in the front row, I do not notice a difference because of the acceleration on Storm Runner is a lot quicker. And so, yeah, that's one. But the main thing I like better about it is that it's a lot smoother than Kingdom Ka. Kingdom Ka is really only smooth in the front this season. Every row, yeah, forget about it. And the drop straight down is a lot better than the spiral, the long run. Spiral is fun. It can be rough, though. I'm gonna definitely say that. And the flying snake dive is probably some of the best hang time, the craziest hang time ever falling version. That is actually very intense. And so, yeah, it's a short ride too, but it just does more than Ka, and so that's why I think it's a better ride. And so Storm Runner does make number 10. Number 9 is Lightning Racer, from the same park, and, what do I have to say about this one? Oh yeah, it's a fun ride. It's pretty smooth. I mean, I felt a little bit of jerkiness in the tunnel, but otherwise, very smooth on both sides. I enjoyed it. And especially, like, when you're with someone, you go on separate sides, that is the absolute best. Like, when I was there with Crusader Ken, we rode this thing a total of 4 times because there was almost no line. All day, it was lit. I beat him 3 of the 4 times. It was pretty funny, actually. And I honestly don't know what side I found better. Might have been Lightning, because Lightning might have felt a little faster, but yeah. I mean, for a ride the size it is, actually a lot of fun, and you get some decent airtime on the ride, actually. Not bad at all. Definitely better than a lot of other roller coasters I've actually quite liked it. Number 8, Nitro. Now, some of you might not like the fact this is so low, but I think it's an overrated ride. Number 8 is Nitro at Six Flags Great Adventure. And now, some of the Nitro fanboys out there are probably getting enraged and crying, but hear me out on this. I've been getting stapled more often than not lately, and so this is kind of an unfair opinion, but I don't exactly care. It's an opinion. And so, that was mainly last season. I mean, this season I got stapled a few times. And, I mean, I feel some rattles on this too, which is why it's not as good. I mean, I felt worse rattles on coasters, but this I have definitely felt some. And the airtime it's not anything to rave about. It's not extraordinary airtime. I mean, there's some, but it definitely doesn't whip you around or anything, and it feels slower than it really is. And so, yeah, there are a few complaints I have, and the color scheme is disgusting. This thing needs to repaint real bad. And so, yeah, it's a good ride, but definitely not top 5 worthy. I don't even think it makes the top 50 coasters in the world. Honestly, it's really, it's a good ride, but like I said, it's not anything special. Number 7 is Apollo's Chariot. I found this to be quite better. Not only is the drop funner because it's steeper, But, I felt a lot more airtime and a lot less rattles, which made the ride a lot better. And the fact that you go like right next to the parking lot is pretty fun. I mean, I enjoy roller coasters like that. Green Lantern obviously is an exception because it is a stand-up. But yeah. Yeah, I enjoy it a lot more than Nitro just because it felt less tame and I actually got some decent air on this. Number 6 is Behemoth, and now, despite the VC trains, despite having the seatbelt, I actually felt a lot more airtime on this than both Apollo and Nitro combined. Like the first dropping on, not in my seat at all. It felt like I was legit standing. Like, I mean, not even like a painful standing thing, like a stand-up coaster. Like, yeah, like not in my seat one bit. And the part with the lake when I wasn't in my seat at all, that actually was very fun. And I mean, it wasn't intense, but the fact that I was not in my seat the whole ride, that definitely says something. And this airtime is pretty fun. And you get quite a bit too. Probably most of the time I felt on a B&M. Number 5 is Leviathan at the same park. Now, this is the only gig I've ridden. I'm sure that the other 4 are. I'm sure that at 305 Millennium and Fury are way better. At least at 305 and Fury. Millennium, that's up for debate. That looks like overrated. But, yeah. Leviathan is, you actually do get some decent airtime, at least I did anyway. And, there is one complaint I have, though. I mean, it's a glossy, smooth ride. The operations are probably the best I've ever seen on a roller coaster, but there is one complaint. It's short. This is a short ride. It feels like, I wouldn't go as far as saying King Dakar or Dragster short, but pretty short. Like, I'd say, maybe about a good 20-30 seconds shorter than El Toro, so about a minute. About that. And so, yeah, otherwise, it's a good rush. No complaints. It's not really intense, but you feel the speed a lot. I feel like going at least 105 miles an hour on this one, really going about 92. And so, yeah. Line that makes number 5. Number 4, the most intense steel. Actually, no, that's number 3. But anyway, this is number 4. This is still an insane ride. Sky Rush at Hershey. That drop is, oh my god, that is one of the most incredible first drops I've ever experienced. That is so intense. And yup, the restraints are crap. I'm going to admit that. I did not care for the restraints at all. They were pretty painful. But the front row, I came off the ride needing at least 2 tissues. That was just insane. And, although I don't get why people rave about the wing seats, though. I rode it in a wing seat and a regular seat and did not notice a difference. And, I mean, yeah, this is short too. But actually, but it's, I don't really feel much airtime because of restraints, so that is a big, big downside. That's why I do not think it makes the top 3. But this is still an incredible ride. It's still, like, it's so intense that completely makes up for it. For the fact that you don't really feel much airtime because of the painful restraints. I know I did come off in pain every time. It was well worth it. Number 3, Wicked Cyclone. Now, I did get one sluggish ride on this, but the other 2 on this were absolutely nuts. Like, that first drop is no way. This thing really whips you around, and I almost lost my season pass on this because how intense this thing is. That 200-degree stall is insane. And the airtime is really good on this. It's very, very smooth. It's probably the smoothest roller coaster I've ever ridden. I think it's smoother than number 2 and 1. But, really no complaints at all. Extraordinary airtime. It's so smooth. So intense. I think it's, yeah, like the most intense roller coaster I've ever ridden. I think it's more intense than Sky Rush and just, yeah, I think this is a much better version of Sky Rush because it has the incredible intensity, but also has the airtime, and so that makes it a hell of a lot better, in my opinion. Don't care for the restraints, but they are better than Sky Rush, so I'll give them that. Number 2 is the Bull. Yup, the ball is not number one anymore, but don't get me wrong, it is an incredible ride. The first drop is absolutely crazy. It feels like you're flying the whole ride, and actually I felt some rattles on this recently on the bank turns, but when I rode at National Roller Coaster today, it was absolutely flying. I felt 0 rattles that day, and it was an insane ride. The cable lift is fun, and like I said, that drop is insane. And even like the smallest little hills, you're still flying. And so it's an incredible experience, and definitely one of the best coasters in existence. Definitely the best Woody I've ever ridden. Although the restraints, they could be worse, they could be better. Maybe they could be worse, they could be like number one. Thankfully they're not. Number one, some of you might be wanting to shut the video off at this. Some of you might be enraged, in tears. I don't care. Number one is Superman in New England. Yes, I'm talking about Crusader Cat and Canada Coast Fair. I'll probably be in tears when they see this, but like I said, why should I care? But it's an insane ride. I thought it was better than El Toro because El Toro actually had a lot of rattles back in the beginning of July, at least when I rode with Avery. That particular day I said, yeah, Superman's better. Because, front row on the Blue Train, I didn't feel any rattles, and it wasn't very good. The first drop is, I think that might be a, I don't know about better than El Toro's drop, because El Toro's drop is really hard to beat. That's an insane drop. And I actually felt a lot of airtime because I was never stapled, and so, yeah, although the restraints aren't the best, they are a little weird, I hate them. And the Spaghetti Bowl, I felt some rattles towards the back. That was, I grayed out on that, like, 3 times. And, so yeah. I'm Intamin Junkie slash Million Wise number one. I did feel it was a little better in El Toro because El Toro's rattles were a lot worse at the time that I rode this, so yeah, I don't know at the fair installation, but whatever. Peace out, and the honorable mentions video will be up the same day as this one.